You have to catch that on Nitty TV, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Only on Nitty.
Only on the Nitty. I'm
Only Nitty. It's exclusive.
And this
All right, we back, man. Nitty TV, Marlon, Peewee, Joseph. What's going on, man?
What's going on with you, man? What's happening with y'all? What's happening with everybody?
Been a minute since we linked, man. With how life been treating you, man?
Man, right now things look like it's been uplifting, picking up since the story's been getting around, being heard, meeting new people, gathering with new people and everything. It's really been kind of like a little blessing, I could say.
Okay. I see you that hooked up with OG Percy, Terrance Gangsta Williams. Y'all gaining numbers. We're doing 100,000 on the views, man.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah. I got a chance to meet OG Percy, bro. See Percy. He's a little different, you heard?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We mean the same thing, but we basically not together on some shit. But I really like OG. And Terrance, man, that's my dog Terrance, bro. Hey, man, it's something about Terrance that me and Terrance just clicked on. We real good. I can do any video with Terrance, man.
For sure. For sure. So it was a good vibe. It looked like it was a good vibe and everything.
Yeah. But now it's on the bigger and better things, baby.
You got it. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
That Peewee in the building, man.
Yeah.
So it's holiday season right now. Thanksgiving right around the corner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Christmas right around the corner. We're in the fourth quarter of the year.
Yeah. Yeah. See, the thing about them holidays right now, that shit could be stressful. And it was stressful on me as well. Because a lot of people take their stress out on me. You know what I'm saying? And when I say I'm not used to this, from where I'm from, I'm not used to it.
Man, so they be taking their stress out on you in prison on the holidays.
Yeah, man.
Because they're stressed out in there.
Yeah, because you got to look at it, bro. A lot of them dudes right now, they know courtrooms closing, right?
Right.
They know courtroom closes. It'd be hard to make bonds because no judges in set that shit. And I'm saying that shit took a toll on me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I already had time. It was the ones who didn't have time. It affected. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, bro, I remember when Christmas was coming around. And, I remember, dudes, coming in online and shit,
Yeah.
And, they won't get to the phones. They won't run straight to the phones. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them not knowing the rules like they're supposed to be knowing. Like I said, them phones will get you in trouble. And me as a person, they got me dealt with. You understand what I'm saying?
Phone.
But in the midst of this shit, like it's Christmas, and everybody want to call home and talk to their family and shit. Everybody want to see how their loved ones doing. And they got these new dudes in this bitch with us. You know what I'm saying? And they mad because they people wasn't able to bond them out or they wasn't able to get in the court date. And I was in an incident when I was using the phone, and the dude asked me to use the phone. You know what I'm saying? Because he had to fucking make a phone call. Because he said he was trying to get back in the free world. You know what I'm saying? He trying to get back in the free world. And I'm like, Doug, I got like 7 more minutes on this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Real shit based on
you had 7 more minutes on it?
Yeah, I got 7 more minutes on it. He said, man, you got time and shit like this. He telling me this shit here, So it's starting to fuck with me. So I'm not about no trouble. I'm on the phone. Whoop, baby, can you make this dude a call so he could call his daddy so he could try to get out? You heard?
Mm-hmm.
Good shit. So as he on the phone talking, he on that bitch talking about, hey, everybody, I miss you. I love y'all. Whenever y'all gonna try to come get me, whoop the whoop. But at the time running out, so I'm telling him, hey, man, can I use the phone back to talk and talk to my people? So as he getting the phone, he looking at me, and I'm not knowing that this dude really about to punch me in my face. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Dude punched me in the face for me trying to get back on the phone with them based on the true story. So I could talk to my people. But out of the kindness of my motherfucking heart, I let him use the phone to call his people. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and when I say it's stressful, because it don't play the way you think it's going to play out during the holidays. Because, a lot of people dealing with their lovers not answering their phones for them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. It's not only that, you know what I'm saying? They're not getting that package in. You know what I'm saying? The holiday package with the warm-ups and the hoods and shit like that. That's where you miss out on your family and your friends to show you that shit too.
Yeah.
And it show you that. And a lot of people don't know that you really need somebody on the outside when you're in that bitch. you know, because if I would have had somebody on the outside, maybe it would have been better on the inside too for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I feel like the people that I knew from the streets, they carried a reputation. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't work out here in Baton Rouge. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm from New Road. You know what I'm saying?
From another time.
Yeah. So, you know, they word wasn't hitting too hard out here. You know, like a lot of these dudes out here, that shit hit hard for them. You know, they could say they know somebody. You know, I didn't know nobody, like I say. But it's the point when you didn't got nothing coming in and you know you ain't got no money, all this coming in. You know what I'm saying? And you seeing other people being blessed with the other people's shit. You know what I'm saying? You seeing this. And then you seeing this here, and you seeing looking at the other dudes, and you see the anger in their eyes. You heard me? You can see that shit. But they're stressful. And it's when I say the holidays, it was bad for me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't wake up to no gifts, no shit like that. I woke up to red call. You know what I'm saying? They stressing and they want to take it out on everybody else. When my gift was unwrapped to them good ass for me. You know what I'm saying? Real shit, based on a true story. And man, and then you look at it, the guards ain't like they was during the holidays. They might bring you a toothpaste, or some shit like that. You know, to make you feel like you're a little special. In other words, I had that privilege off of brushing my teeth with the state shit. You know what I'm saying? But the holidays was dealing with them. You think they Santa Claus and feel it really Grinch. You know what I'm saying? They watch you get ass whooping during them time of the year. Watch them do stress. You know what I'm saying? It's just different. And I dealt with a lot of shit during them holidays, bro. You know, like Christmas morning, just like that, man. You already know you locked up. So it's the shit you do different. You might open up a Bible and read the scripture, but your celly won't let you read that motherfucker. You heard? Right. Because he ain't in that joyous mood. You heard? You know what I'm saying? It's shit like that. But you know, like I tell people, bro, I used to always think that shit just affected me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You never know how much effects that it have on the ones who really love you and out there. You know what I'm saying? You know, like holidays, man, I come home, man, my mama crying. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not with her. And excuse me, I used to think that shit was just, man, I'm the one fucking locked up. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one in this bitch. I can't go nowhere. You could do what you want to do. But you're not knowing what they going through, you know?
Right.
You know, especially if you got kids, you know what I'm saying? You basically thinking it's just you. But they leave you at some point in time when you be hard-headed, you heard me? Right. And you don't listen too many times. And I'd have been in this shit like that. I ain't talking about get it out the mud. Yeah, I had to get it out the mud, you know what I'm saying? I had to do shit I ain't want to do, you know? Fuck, I had to plait hair, braid hair. I had to make my shit come, you heard? But holidays really is a fucking stressful time.
Damn.
You know, it could be, but it's bad.
Now, on them holidays, what kind of food they like? Let's say like for Thanksgiving, they serve some turkey or something.
Yeah.
For child, you get some special food or
It's
something.
always a good meal for the holidays. Dry turkey with cranberry and cranberry hard sauce, nice unbuttered bread. And if you're lucky, you might get two cups of juice. You heard? Shit. What would tell you about the time I couldn't eat my Thanksgiving meal?
Yeah.
Because the nigga on side of me felt like he was more hungry than me. And that's what you want to hear? Shit. Shit. Based on a true story.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You got to fight. You got to be a dog in that bitch. It's not the same as to me as any other camps. It's not a camp. It really is a prison.
It's really a prison.
And the people in that bitch fucked up. And it took me a while to realize that shit. You know, I'm sitting one morning, eating Thanksgiving meal, 12 o'clock child, we go in that bitch. I'm sitting down eating my meal, you know what I'm saying? Dude seen my big leg on the plate. Real shit. He asked me, but this is the way he asked me. You gonna give me that bitch or you gonna let me take it from you? So
that's what he tell you?
Yeah,
like
real shit. He asked me that. You know what I'm saying? The guards right there, I ain't tripping. I'm like, man, they gonna watch me. It's just sudden when you hear a motherfucker say, wait till we get back. You heard me?
Damn.
That's harmful. That's like telling you about to get ass. Well, Peewee knew what it meant. You might not, but I knew what it meant.
Right.
So the guard turned his head, dude reached on my plate, grabbed the chicken leg. You heard? The chicken leg on Thanksgiving.
On Thanksgiving,
Be
you just
grateful.
grab your shit.
Be grateful. For what? Watching another nigga eat your chicken. I had to go through that shit. It's not because I wanted to. It's not because I couldn't. Well, you know I couldn't fight. You already know how many fight ass whoopers I got. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's the point. You got to do shit you don't want to do to survive in that bitch. You know? And I had to do that. So, yeah, I lost a piece of turkey leg.
God damn.
Yeah.
I think the thing what people want to know, like, if you go through all that, so what was your actual survival tactics? Because that had to be a hard time and a
Man,
long time. Like,
you don't realize.
What your strategy was to survive?
Deputy, deputy, deputy. I can't live. And hopefully I yelled loud enough and they could hear me. That was my strategy to survive, to get the fuck off the line and go to another line. I
Okay.
did that shit for a while. I checked out.
So your strategy was
run.
jumping from line to line.
Yeah.
It get too hectic on that
It
line. I
was
need to
that
get to the next line.
Man, once I see shit that I ain't want to be in, shit like that, they just go on some of them lines. And when I'm telling you, bro, on some of them motherfucking lines, you go in that bitch and you get introduced him by an ass whooping. And I knew that wasn't a line for me, you know? But them guards don't eventually take you right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Because they might have some other ones that they're checking in some other places, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got an enemy or some shit like that on that line. You have to tee out for a minute till them people get their save.
Mm-hmm.
You got to tee out for a minute. And when you're teeing out for a minute, like a person like me, my strategy was to be smooth and quick and loud. Definitely. I can't live. And they come running to that bitch and coming, you know. But I ain't saying they coming right then and there. But that was my strategy. Man, and I felt like I can endure an ass whooping, you heard me? I could have took an ass whooping. You know, that's coming from my mama whooping my ass as a child, you heard me? I could take an ass whooping. I took it, but it was just different. And I'm not telling you, I'm telling you some real shit. They got some ass whoopers in there to make you just give up. You heard?
God damn.
Yeah. But it's different. But to see it from the inside is one thing, you heard? Like I tell people, bro, it's so much different in that one prison. You know? Even though you got the old prison and the new prison, it's so much different. And it's operated completely different by the same fucking people. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Yeah. You look at it right now. And to tell you how bad that bitch is right now. Just speaking in existence, showing you what shit just lately happened. You got one person, well, two people last year, this year, that hung themselves in the bitch.
And hung yourself in that East Baton?
Yeah. And it's been a killing. It's not only that, motherfuckers been breaking out that bitch lately because they don't want to be in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because of the shit that goes on in that bitch. It's not like you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
You can watch a fucking movie and you can see how them guards be operating dirty. And you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You can see that shit, but to be right there watching that shit, guard turning his head while you getting your ass whooped, you know, not helping. A guard watching you send a kite to a nigga to get on another nigga, passing the message for you, you know, shit like that. Being friendly, getting motherfuckers who they want to have cigarettes, you know, they don't fuck with you, they ain't getting to. It's the shit that they don't know. That's what's going on in there today. And it's been going on a long time. I witnessed this shit, you know, and I tell people, I've seen guards whoop inmates' ass in that shit. You heard?
Damn.
They had a crew called the Lamont. It was the Lamont crew. His name was Lamont. And they had Daniels and Douglas and Captain and a bunch of them bitches, you heard?
Yeah.
And what they used to do, go around whooping inmates. Like, literally whooping. You know, like if they got you when you go on a child, and if you go on a child, and you not in line right, or you ain't got your pants pulled out, let me slap you. You know, and I had to learn that. I had to learn you had to be all the way straight. I had to learn that they grab you and beat you. And I seen them do this shit. And the crazy part about it is they know what's going on and it's wrong. But yet they still want to go in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? He was much after I tell them the stories and how it really goes on and how it really can be. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, it's just different, you know? It's just completely different. Even much like the Q building. I said the Q building to have you convinced food, you know what I'm saying? And have you think you to move to something bigger and better. You know? But it's just different kind of ass whoopings they give over there.
God damn.
Yeah.
So, did you lose any friends or family, you know, because you was locked up, you know? And if so, how did that affect you while you was in prison?
Man, I could say I lost a lot more family than friends. You know what I'm saying? Because people looked at you differently. You know what I'm saying? You know, people don't tell you a lot of shit, but people actually really say a lot of shit by their expressions if you pay attention. But I lost family, like a lot of family, because my family always looked at me and said, "Marley, you need to do right." You know what I'm saying? You need to get this shit together. You know what I'm saying? You had the chance, you had opportunities to do this shit. But when you in that bitch there, you realize how hard it is in that bitch without nobody. You know what I'm saying? You realize how hard it really is, you know, because your family really is your breadwinner when you need this shit in there, you know? And if you ain't got no family on the outside or no friends, you ain't worth the quarter. Because some shit you just can't get in there without no paper, you heard me?
Right.
You know, some shit you just can't get without no paper. But I think, like my girl, my dad, my sisters, you know, they stood with me, you know, they stood with me. They answer my call once a month, holidays, you know what I'm saying, your birthdays, and they tell you this shit to build you up, you know what I'm saying, and continue praying. But they not knowing that I can't pray in a place like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They not knowing when I get on my knees, this shit is down the time to fight. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Certain shit you can't do. You know? But I never had a chance to really just tell them what really I've been through in that bitch like that, you know? You don't want to, you don't want to be on the phone with your mom and telling her you getting your ass whooped and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Because you ain't want to give them their heel plate, you know what I'm saying? Or you ain't want to give them those zoos that you sucked the money all in the meat for, or I couldn't make a three. You don't want to tell them people like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Certain shit you just don't want them to know. But you can't do it by yourself. You really, bro, you gotta have a mindset to be able to call out in the free world just to see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Cause if not, you'll be lost in this bitch. You know? All you round is just inmates.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking inmates all day, doing the same shit all day. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing really changed but the dates. You know?
Right.
And different times of the ass whoopings. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ain't nothing really changed. But it's just the dates, you know?
Okay.
But it's an experience.
So you sat down with OG Percy for a couple of hours.
Right.
And the vibe you got, the attitude you got from OG Percy. Did you ever meet some guys in prison with the attitude of OG Percy?
See, it's really hard to say because I'm still trying to figure him out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying nothing bad about it.
Nah, we ain't talking about bad. That OG Percy, that's my dog.
Yeah,
man. Shout out Percy.
It's really, shout out to my OG Percy. It's really trying to hard to say that because I'm still trying to figure him out. Because we had differences with, I had to make him understand what it felt like to be in that bitch by itself, you know?
Right.
And him being in there as a person, like a well-known person. And they got a lot of dudes out here at BR that's well-known. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of dudes out here ain't being fucked with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But to still make him understand what I'm saying, I still was in that bitch by myself. Okay. You know? But I learned something from it. Niggas play penitentiary games all over, all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All in the court, tails from the crib. I love that too, bro. Yeah, bro. It's your move, LG. It's your move. Pause for yeah, bro. But he was a cool dude. A lot of people saying he was bullying me. I really was just trying to learn to listen.
I don't think he was bullying you.
Yeah.
What I got, okay, he knew he already knew what the business was before we got there. So
Right.
I know Percy. So I see him playing playing games like they would play with you
Yeah.
in penitentiary.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing. I don't think he was necessarily trying to bully you. He was just trying to play some penitentiary games.
And
But
that's what I
you know.
I said, you know, me and him got a vibe week like that and like brothers now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
fine,
So
man.
I didn't want people don't they take things out of context, but there ain't no bullying because I wouldn't want to be locked up with him. Fuck no. He plays some penitentiary games, man. Now you see Terrance? He might stand a chance with a dude around here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could talk to him. But Terrance look like he's smooth too, though. That smooth talking motherfucker.
Okay, so the vibe you got with Terrance Gangsta Williams, you know,
It's almost like
how you felt? You know, y'all did the interview. You know, he did a lot. You did a lot. What was the vibe you got from him?
it's almost like he an old convict. You know what I'm saying?
He been locked up 23 years and 10 months.
And you could learn something from it. You know what I'm saying? But see,
Yeah, he's sharp. You're very sharp.
He too sharp. You know what I'm saying? He too sharp. But he's a person that feels like I already know him. You know what I'm saying? Like we already been knowing each other. And bro, like I say, man, I could do 1,000 videos with him. Real shit.
We're gonna do another.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's easier to get it out with him. Like I could talk. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like there's a difference between like, oh, you on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? He on in the court, you gotta do shit about all in that is. You know, Terrance.
I think what Percy's strategy was, okay, he called his spot where he called it the cell. So I think Percy was looking at it like you come into his cell, so we about to abide by his rules in the cell. I think that's what Percy. Well, people don't know Percy didn't mean no harm at all. We doing videos, we doing podcasts, and we putting the show on. You know what I mean? But you know, we keeping it real at the same time. But you know, it was a vibe. And a lot of people think he had you sweating, but what they don't know is
it was hot.
Y'all gotta understand. We gotta cut the AC off when we recording, and you know, so we don't get the air in the background.
Right.
And, you know, we was smoking. You know, after the air not on for amount of time, you know, you get to sweating.
And then when I got there, I didn't know I was getting transported on a fucking prison bus. How the fuck I was supposed to know that?
That's the cell. My bad. I should have told you.
They didn't tell me that
call
shit.
it the cell. That's the cell, man.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that shit. I didn't know I was the ride. How the fuck you think it was? We got here. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? It was a good long motherfucker, you heard? Shit. But we made it there. And we collaborated. And we got shit done, you heard?
Yeah.
And people don't really know, like right now, we the top of the shit right now.
Yeah. They love it, man. They in the comments. Everybody's saying, you know, the vibe was there because it's two different people, two different lives, and they was loving the vibe on you know, on both of them.
Yeah. See, people don't know about Peewee. Peewee is a different type of person. He's rare. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're definitely rare. He's definitely rare.
He's rare. And it's hard for him to be a character when he's been, you know, in the shit. You know what I'm saying? When he's been in, you know, it's like my stories. I put them bitches out for a reason. I let you get them, and I let you take over, because I know we go do this shit. But it's gonna be heard. But it's a message. You know that shit behind every last one of them.
It's definitely a message.
You know what's really stay your ass out. That's what I'm really telling you.
You're trying to talk to these kids, man.
You know,
trying to keep these
because
kids
if you don't stay out,
man,
eventually you gonna get put in a place where you have to go to shit Peewee went through.
Right.
You know, I'm telling you, I was a pussy. And I'm not saying that in no bad way. Man, I was reckless in that bitch. You know, nightmares still go on, dreaming about the shit. You know, it's It's the whoopings that you don't see coming. You know, it's the fights. It's not knowing when the motherfucker mad or hating. You know what I'm saying? It's not knowing when you playing chess with a motherfucker. He ready to tee off on you because you made checkmate. It's not knowing when you out there playing tongue with Baton Rouge. It's different.
Hey, look, what went through your mind? But I ain't gonna say halfway there when you first got there, and shit was just retarded. Like you like, God damn, these niggas fucking over me in here.
Man, look.
Like what? And you know you had a long time left. And what your mind state was like? You know you got a long time left. They bluesing me in here.
I didn't have no mind.
You ever thought about breaking out that bit?
Many times. Many times. Fuck.
You was thinking of a good.
Many times.
You ever tried to go with the movie? You ever tried to plot it and put it together and break out that bitch?
I'd have seen shit like that in my head for a play. You know, I'd have seen how to crack the little windows and twist them bitches. But it was the point of me getting through that little crack. You know what I'm saying? I'd have seen when they leave the gates open and I could run out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I'd have seen me fucking up when they fucking up calling my name in central booking and it released me and I ain't supposed to be released. I'd have seen that shit. And bro, the visual of that shit, but you gotta figure that shit out.
Yeah, you gotta
see it for what it really is. They got buy, they got dudes break out, but I just said I couldn't do it because I know I had to add on more time. And
but you thought about it, though.
Shit, yeah, who wouldn't? If you in that bitch now, shit. The ass whoopers, the zoos taken, all kind of shit, the phone calls. I had to think about this shit. Why not? That was a good option.
So I did an interview with Johnny Red. Right? Johnny Red, you know, y'all was putting the hustle game down in there a little bit.
Yeah, Johnny Red. Yeah, you know, met Johnny Red. Johnny Red was a good dude. You know, I seen the dude that I wanted to be floating around there.
Right.
Johnny Red got me on trustee.
Yeah, he said that.
You know, and you know, when we got on trustee, Johnny Red gave me a way that I could get some balcony, some smoke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what you're telling me. You're trying to put your own game where you could hustle without trying to get money from your family and shit.
Yeah, and I did that shit.
Did that help you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it helped me. But you got to realize when you're in the parish and you're in a place where they ain't got no cigarettes and you ain't no gangster, no killer, to have that type of shit on, niggas would take that shit from you.
So niggas took some of you when you was hustling? Niggas jacked you before?
It happened, but niggas started seeing me fucking with Johnny Red, you heard?
Yeah.
You know, and you know, Johnny Red, he was different, bro. I fuck with him today.
You told me look out for you, man.
Yeah, I fuck with him today. You know, I did shit for him just like he did shit for me. He brought the light to me. I brought the light to him. Mm-hmm. You know, we parted ways one time. You know what I'm saying? We had ran into a roadblock one moment. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. And what happened was, we all at night, we was all chiefing. Me, him, another dude named Mark, and a couple more dudes, you heard? We all working in the laundry. Real shit. You know, and I ain't saying nothing, but I'm just saying it fucked with me. Because when we ran into the roadblock, they wanted us to take a piss test right fast. Mm-hmm. Because word got around that we was smoking.
Oh, y'all was smoking?
Yeah. So, you know, everybody took the drug test, came up dirty. Mm-hmm. Shit, you know, but Johnny Red was still on trustee. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I know we all smoked that night and real shit based on true story. But my dog told me that he had other piss.
Yeah, that's the story.
You know what I'm saying? That's what he told me. He had other piss.
Now that's believable if you think about it.
Yeah.
It can go other way, but he explained, because you know you said the other one, you know, you don't know what it was, but he explained it that, you know, he a convict. He hadn't been in there yet, so he said he had to had his clean piss tucked off. You was new. He didn't, you know, he didn't put you on the game with a clean piss.
Ain't nobody else had the game, but he had the game.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's believable. I believed him when he said that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I could see him being a convict, having his clean piss.
Up until this day, I fuck with it.
Now Johnny Red, real nigga.
Yeah. I mean, they got a lot of people out here might not like him, but I ain't one of them.
Right.
You know, I fuck with him from this day. You know, it's a lesson to be learned from everybody you hang around. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a lesson to be learned. And Johnny Red taught me a lesson. Prison is what you make it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Prison is what you make it is. And that was a lesson I learned, you know, gradually in the parish. Prison is what you make it is. It ain't never fucking home. It ain't never home. It ain't never been home to me. It's always been a nightmare, bro. And you gotta realize it's never going the way you wanted to go. And it's, you might not believe this shit. Sometimes you gonna have to just make up your mind and just say, fuck, cut everybody off.
Right.
And do your time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody. Because you got to be able to think for yourself. You can't trust nobody in that bitch. I'll be able to tell you about that bitch.
That's prison.
You can't trust that. And I had the idea of thinking everybody was my friends when I met them. You know, they spoke to me, whatever. What, you know what I'm saying? I just knew. But I'm not knowing these dogs. And these killers.
Right.
These beaters. You know, I'm not knowing, we ain't got shit in common. Not a fucking thing.
So you wouldn't no fight on the streets or nothing. Like you said, you had
that. I had people to do that shit for me. Real, I had people, man, if a motherfucker got to fight me, I had my sisters. You heard? If a nigga wanted to fight me on the street, real shit, I go get my sisters. You heard? If my sister wasn't, but my sister was knocking shit out for me. So I was cool. Real shit. I wasn't no fighter.
Let's go back to the OG Percy situation right quick. You say OG Percy had the Crips or whatever on this side. Now, we don't have gangs like that in Louisiana, right? So, but did you ever just try to get with a crew or a clique so you can have some type of protection or something? Because I could see, I could see.
Let me put it to you about Baton Rouge Prison. They don't have, they didn't have like the gang shit like that. It was hoods.
Okay.
And you know,
let me say this before you keep going. If we still on the same topic, but what I was saying, I could see the strategy of getting with some type of crew or clique in there to, in your situation, to have some type of protection in there. Like, was there crews or cliques for you to get in to say, well, these my people, so since I'm with these people, nobody go fuck with me?
Man,
it wasn't no crews or cliques.
Man, that shit like movies. No, not for me, because it was like hoods. You know what I'm saying?
So it was mostly Baton Rouge.
Yeah, it was like hoods.
So you couldn't, you wasn't from them, so you couldn't get it done.
Yeah, you know, because when you in jail, it's one thing you on the street and you get in with the neighborhood and you clicked in. You know what I'm saying? But when you in that bitch, that nigga don't know you from Adam and Eve. You know what I'm saying? You ain't from that bitch, you ain't from that bitch. You know? I couldn't go on the park and say I was from Zion City. And you know what I'm saying? Not knowing a nigga from Zion City. I couldn't do that from South Side, the Dixie, Coast Town, Bird Station. None of that. I'm from New Road. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no niggas was out there in New Roads when I was doing that shit. I was by myself. You heard me? So even if I was with somebody from New Roads, that shit wouldn't have been better on me. No click shit. Because they wasn't into that shit. They was just fucking dogs. You heard me? If a nigga didn't like you then, they just didn't like you.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Many of you, I'm talking to you and everybody else. I could talk to everybody else and make them smile and laugh. I could do the same thing for them. I did that shit. But it was just fucking dogs. You know, it was bad when I touched that bitch. You understand me?
Yeah.
You know, like I said, now they saved. Because they asked them where they from. They ain't asked me none of that shit when I went. You heard me? They ain't had no line for New Roads. You dig what I'm saying?
They ain't had no New
No,
Roads.
no, they ain't had it. I was it. You heard? They ain't had that shit. You know? Fuck. I tried to get my people to give me shipped to New Roads to do the time. Real shit. It didn't work. I had to stumble this shit out through this bitch. Man, hey, look. I knew dudes from the street, from certain hoods.
Mm-hmm.
That shit didn't matter in that bitch there. You heard? Shit. All I did was know him. You heard? I wasn't grown. I didn't grow up with him. You know, he can't bounce with me. They got dudes getting stolen there. I'm the only motherfucker in there from New Road. Blame it on that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Shit, yeah. That's how it go. It would like, I say he was blessed. Looked like in highly favored. Because he was a fucking crip. I see why the dude ain't never got in no fucking, but 52 and 0. Fuck. Where you was, OG? When I was out here, I needed you by my side. But what I'm telling you, he'll lose them fights. Some of them that 52 will go down in that parish. I'm telling you, based on true story. Man, these boys don't hear nothing about no Crips, no blood. Them boys, where you from? And if you ain't from this big tip, hey, get ready. It go down. And I ain't saying nothing bad, but I'm just saying,
Yeah, I feel.
that bitch won't go up, it'll go down. Yeah. I don't give a fuck how good them bitches is. Man, these bitches here different.
It's different than that. It's
Man,
different.
that shit nigga from all over the world. You hear about this bitch here.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I had a homeboy went to that
Yeah.
nigga say as soon as he got that bitch,
Yeah.
he had to
Yeah.
they had
So
to
when
strap
you
up
walk
soon
in
as
there
he
with
walk
all
in that
that
bitch.
blue and all that shit become orange. It become orange, dude. And the hat, it's off. Real shit. And I'm saying, I know my dog got it, but 52 and 0, and me, 0 and 182, I would have loved to have that nigga with me, bro. Real shit. And Terrance could have been a bookie. Real shit. But I'm telling you, man, Mike Tyson looking for that too now. I'm just saying, bro. I'm telling y'all some real stories, bro. And you can't, see, they got dudes tell people stories, bro, or make a motherfucker want to go in that bitch to see that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm telling you something to keep you from out there to go and see that shit. You heard me? Now, I'm telling you about all the ass whoops and shit out of the cop. You won't go get, who in their right mind won't go receive that shit, man? But I'm telling you, if my dog come out here and do time with these boys, the hats come off, boy. I'm telling you. Real shit. And I'm saying, it would have been bad if I had to go to Ferguson.
Right.
I know this shit.
Right.
I know this shit. Real shit. It would have been bad. But I still would have been in that bitch there by myself. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't walking there, baby. But it's a difference, and it's not his fault because he was already in that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, of course he had it easier than me out there. But again, I'm from New Road, and I came here. I'm telling anybody who come from anywhere and touch this bitch, here, you gonna have stories to tell. You heard me? Yeah? You gonna have stories to tell.
Beast mode in that bedroom with Perry.
Not just beast mode, man. Remember these words. This describes lions, tigers, and bears. That's what them bitches is.
Lion, tigers, and bears.
That, oh my. Man, it's, you, people don't know how, man. I'm telling you, when I walked in that bitch for the first time, I didn't know that bitch was about to change my life completely around. I didn't know that every line I was going down, it was going to be some shit. I actually thought I was going to be able to live. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not knowing that I got to participate in shit that I didn't sign up for. Red call, baby. I'm not knowing that.
How many red calls you been in?
Man, I've been in a lot of red calls, bro. And I can't even, man, I've been in so many red calls, bro. Red call. That's the famous word in the parish. Red call.
That's the worst word you wanted to hear.
Man, when I hear that word there, I know it's time for me to get the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it wasn't right then and there, but it had to be after. You know what I'm saying?
So can you duck red call?
No.
There ain't no ducking red call.
No. No. Only way you duck red call, if a motherfucker holler red call right before count and they coming in that bitch. But you got some of them whoop your ass in front of the deputy. So you really can't duck it. Huh? I done ran behind the deputy trying to get away from a dude. Dude fighting the deputy getting to me. Red car.
Damn.
Yeah. Man. Red car. First time I heard that word. And I ain't know nothing about it. Niggas holler red car. I was looking out the window because I thought you could see a wreck outside. Real shit. I didn't know that I was about to get teed off in my face. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then they kind out here. They throw shoes at you. What size you want, whoa? You know, nigga, I ain't trying on no shoes. I don't want to fight you. Real shit. Man, it's always a time it was a fight. But you wouldn't believe, bro. My fights was different. You know what I'm saying? My fights head down running, trying to get away. Trying to get away. And you know what this racket, see when you rack on the balls? It's a different story. You rack on them balls, you gotta be able to rack on them bitches loud. Because them bitches be having earphones in their ear, the guards. They be having earphones in their ear. They be playing with their phone like we do in the street. And when you rap, you gotta be racking them bitches. You know what I'm saying? And when you racking for your life, it's a different story. You like, man, you ain't getting out that bitch, but you racking them bitches. And they come. But there's a many times I racked the balls and no, ain't nothing came. Ain't nothing came.
Did the guards ever save you? Like, was it ever a time you run to call the guards and they got you out the situation?
Guards seen me on the line. When they see me on the lines and they see me, they already knew who I was. Real shit. Check out on us. Check out on us. Did they ever save me? All the time they saved me when they walked on my side.
You had to check out on us.
Check out on us. Hey, bro, if there's anything Marlon knew about and how to do it, I was smooth at checking out a line. You heard me? I could shoot a kite to the guard. I could walk back from child. God, I can't be back here. You know what I'm saying? I could be at pill call and the nurse and the guard right there and the goons jacking off over there. I could be like this. You know what I'm saying? I need to get off this line. Check out. Hey, I was smooth at that. You know what I'm saying? I knew how to get off a line. If it's one thing I knew how to do was get off the line. I got off the line. Man, I'm telling you.
God damn, man.
But some people don't, hey, bro, real shit, some people don't make it. Yeah? Some people really don't make it. Some people don't make it out that bitch. Man, I'm telling you y'all, and I constantly say this shit. That bitch there, man, people dying. They dying from being stabbed.
Yeah, I've been seeing that, man.
Check out the news.
Yeah, I've been seeing it.
Being stabbed. Man, I can't imagine me here going back today. For what?
Man, give me one of the worst situations, even if it ain't a fight you've been in. You know, you gave me a couple of worst ones, but a story how the shit went down in there. Just some crazy shit.
Crazy shit. Let me see. I remember one morning. It was pill call, 10 o'clock. Real shit. And everybody lined up in line. You know what I'm saying? They got the dudes in their boxes and shit. They brushed their teeth to just straight to the pill call. They got, you know what I'm saying? So they got dudes on the phone talking. And they got the lady, she handing the people the pills, right? So they got the dude standing to the bar with the blanket covered up on him. Mm-hmm. And he jacking off, right? He jacking off in front of us and the guard and the nurse.
Damn.
So another dude, glad he had the nuts to do it because Peewee didn't. Mm-hmm. Man, you violating us like this, whoop the whoop, whoop the whoop. You know what I'm saying? So they up there fighting and shit. So while they fighting up there, you know, we still in line, you know what I'm saying, trying to move out the way. So the dude slide on Peewee. You know what I'm saying? So they fighting on me and shit like that, bro. He on top of me and the dude on top of him. And they fighting like this here, and I'm on this shit like this here. The guard sitting there looking at the lady with the pill call. Mm-hmm. And I'm saying, help. Real shit, help. And you say, do they help you? Do I ever feel safe around? Was it ever a moment I feel? No, it never was because the guard looked me in my eye while I was in the fight getting my ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even in the fight, but I was getting my ass whooped. You
Right.
think what I'm saying? So the guards come running down there after they got the nurse from down there. They come open up the gate and they running in that bitch. Mind you, we still in our boxes and shit. You heard? They got shit all over in that bitch. Dicks out hanging all over. Real shit. Hanging everywhere. Niggas out there. So they pulling me out, pulling him out, and they pulling the other dude out. Remember, I'm telling you, I didn't start the fight. I wasn't even in the fight. I was just being there right there. And the dude slid on me and fell. So as that happened, we out talking to the guards. The guards asking them what's going on. Both of them bitches pointed at me and said I started the shit, and they put me on lockdown.
God damn.
Real shit.
And you ain't had nothing to do with that shit.
Crazy part about it, ain't nobody say nothing in that bitch. You know how it goes. Don't say nothing, don't say nothing, don't say nothing. But I was trying to tell the guard what really fucking happened. By then, I got my shackles on, and they taking me on lockdown. The craziest shit ever happened to me.
God
Shit.
damn, man.
It's just the shit that you don't see happening, or see coming. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never knew I was gonna wake up that morning being fucking locked down by that evening. You heard? For a fight that I wasn't even in. It's real shit. It's just a shit like that happen. So, it's a lot of crazy weird shit.
Damn, bro. Man, is it any part of the prisons where you got to in there and okay, let's see, you checked off this line, I got to that line, and it was all good. It was
Man, I might have stayed on the line. Might have been like a week or less than that. Until they started shipping, you heard me? And when you get shipped the way I got shipped, that you couldn't check out. And that was the only time I had to stay there in one spot. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But at some point in time in the old prison, I couldn't check out. You know what I'm saying? Because the guards wouldn't, the classification wouldn't grant that to me. You heard me? You know, because we'd have put you everywhere in this bitch, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? You'd have floated around all over this bitch.
Right.
But you can't be on protected custody. You can't be on that. You know, I couldn't be on that. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was a time where I stayed in one spot till I got up the road.
God damn, bro. Man, that had to be a crazy time of your life, bro. I know you had like how you felt the day you got out of jail, like when you knew it was your last day in there, or how you felt when you walk out that bitch, like when you did your time, you was over with, and you walk out that prison and you was free.
Man,
what your mind state was.
I had to really wake up the next day to know that I really wasn't in there no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That I ain't had to wake up to a fight. You know? I ain't had to wake up to no loud noise. It felt different. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to trust people like I used to at one time now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, that took away from that other shit. I felt like today I done heard all kind of bullshit. I know, you know what I'm saying, when it's fake, when it's, you know what I'm saying. My tolerance is bad. You know, I can't tolerate what I tolerated years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's a feeling, bro, that goes with you. Because in my mind, that shit stays on my mind because I got to keep myself in mind. I don't want to never go back. So, how these stories come out, I say that shit to remind me.
Right.
Before I fuck up in these streets. So it's something I ain't got no business. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what I've been through. And,
right.
and I can hear right now, people say it's 10 times worse. So, being free, it's a vibe and a feeling that I felt like I waited for a long time, bro. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I ain't have to lie to a person no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no more F's to run.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't had nothing else to give. I felt like it was my time, you know? And my time was my time. And March 12th, July the 12th, 2012, 12/1, I walked out Hunts. Girl, to tell you, I kissed the ground. Check out my blue jeans, my boots. I was in my white. And I told him, I'll never ever come back, never again. From that day forward, I ain't been in no trouble. I ain't been in no shit. I'm telling you, I know what prison would do to you. I know what that prison would do to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know what that prison would do to you going in there by yourself. Hands up, by yourself. With no help. With no name, no rep, no none of that shit. By yourself, I know what that bitch would do to you.
Right.
And for a person that's coming to a bitch like that, and ain't never been to a bitch like that, by yourself, not known, you can expect what's coming to you. I'm telling you. And it's based on true stories.
Right.
You might want to get your people to try to start getting you shipped to another place now. Don't touch that bitch. Real shit. It's just what it said it is, bro.
Damn. So
It's dangerous.
So they say like prison, people go to prison, some people go there, they'll come out and it'll make them worse. Then some people go there and come out there learning lessons. So it's safe to say you learned your lesson.
Did I?
You didn't come out worse.
Fuck no. Man, I know what me being worse than would be, bro. That's worse. Man, I came out like, man, I'm telling you, I see police officers today, I speak to them bitches.